scammers if purchase isn't ownership. Then piracy isn't theft. What are your thoughts on digital downloads and the fact you may not own anything you buy on Steam, Xbox, PSN Store?
Ahoy!
Corporations steal and break the rules and corrupt the law to do whatever they want if they want. Free market capitalism, then I'll go with it too. Piracy is just me maximizing my gain and limiting my loss. If they don't want me to pirate, they should pull themselves up by their bootstraps and protect their IP better.
I think paying to own and paying for access are basically the same thing as long as I have permanent access to the content I paid for. If I purchase a game for, say $60, then I should be able to play that game whenever I want and not be permanently halted by the publisher for any reason. If they tell me I can no longer access the content I paid that $60 for, then I would expect to get my $60 back, or be given something of equal value at the very least. The fact they can just lock you out of anything is bullshit.
If online stores would issue a refund when they revoke a license, then people would care less. But revoking access to the thing I purchased and then keeping my money is not okay. These stores use the word purchase very clearly. If they're gonna treat my purchase as a rental, then I'll have no moral issue with piracy.
Well, it's ownership if you're willing to go through the hassle. I don't know how the hell it translates to today's world, but at least at one time you were entitled to make a backup copy of something you legally owned. Now to do so today, you're cracking the game. I don't know if that's technically legal or not.
GOG.com, no DRM, you own your games.
I think it's worth familiarizing with the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It was basically a huge corporate intellectual property land grab, taking from the people.
Piracy isn't theft regardless. It's a whole different thing.
I don't think it's morally unlawful to pirate a game you've paid for, but is now unavailable for you to download and play again. If you pirate it straight up, that's a whole different ball game.
Piracy was never related to physical ownership. It's still a variation on breach of copyright. If you want to pirate, then go for it. But if you're trying to find reasons to make it okay, then maybe it's because you currently feel like it's not. For me, digital downloads are a balance between tiny risk and overwhelming laziness. I like the convenience of not needing to get the disc and the semi-constant sales. I just have to decide whether there's a recognizable risk that I'll have the game taken away before I could have finished with it. The risk is tiny, but I still get games from GOG when possible, so the game is mine.
I still own a few games that got taken off the store but are still in my library, downloaded or not. They're still available to me, which is how it should be. This whole own nothing and be happy about it bullshit is just that, bullshit.
Weird to think you're entitled to something like it's water or shelter. If it's a problem, don't buy it, period. Pirate away. Corporate greed is scummy.